Mitchell.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I draw the House's attention to my interests in the register. I want to start by making it absolutely clear that I regard the decision to dismantle Dfid as a quite extraordinary mistake. First of all, it will destroy one of the most effective and respected engines of international development anywhere in the world. Second, many of the senior figures who are key to Britain's role as a development superpower will be likely to leave and work elsewhere in the international system, destroying at a stroke a key aspect of global Britain. And third, it is completely unnecessary as the Prime Minister exercises full control and line of sight over Dfid's strategy and priorities through the National Security Council. Churches, faith communities, hundreds, thousands of supporters up and down the country of Oxfam, Save the Children, Christian Aid, CAFOD are dismayed, as are our many friends abroad around the world who are shaking their heads in disbelief at this extraordinary act. Both the Foreign Office and Dfid work ceaselessly in Britain's national interest, but foreign affairs and development, while totally complementary, are not the same thing. I very much welcome the Prime Minister's commitment to the point 7, but the point 7 is about the money and the OECD rules on what constitutes legitimate aid and official development assistance. And I very much fear we will shortly hear that the rules aren't quite right for the United Kingdom and that we need our own rules. And with that, the point 7 will go up in smoke as the stronger interests plunder the budget and Britain's development effectiveness dissolves, and with it our international reputation as a world leader in this field. I will give way.
I right honourable friend for giving way, and I absolutely respect his experience in this. Does he accept that currently at the moment, including ODA aid and non-ODA aid, actually we spend nearer 0.8% of our funding on overseas operations in the round?
Well, I'm extremely grateful to my honourable friend because he's given me an extra minute, which the House will understand I'm most grateful for. However, Madam Deputy Speaker, on the whole in politics, I've learnt in my 30 years here that there's limited point in spending your time howling at the moon, and whatever the rights and wrongs of this decision, it's now been made, so I turn now to how it can best be implemented with least damage to Britain's brilliant work and reputation in this area. First of all, I draw the Minister's attention to the excellent paper produced by Stefan Durkon, who was the chief economist in the department when I was Secretary of State. I know that the Foreign Secretary has had a chance to look at it. I hope that the Foreign Office will bear in mind the very constructive comments he makes in that wise and thoughtful paper on how to make it work. First of all, it's very important to ensure a whole-of-government approach to the spending of development money. Different departments spend it, but not consistently, and most of the spend which attracts hostile comment in the press, the spend in China, for example, or the Newton Fund, is monies not spent by Dfid. On the first hour I was Secretary of State, I stopped all spending to China unless it was legally incurred. So there is a big danger that the misspending by other departments brings the budget into disrepute with our constituents, and I urge the government to focus on that point. Secondly, to ensure an emphasis on the quality of the spend, the ICAI, which has been mentioned, looks at all spending. Its annual report comes out tomorrow, which I urge colleagues to read. It was set up in the teeth of opposition of the development sector, but it is extremely important for holding to account the quality of spending. It is the taxpayer's friend, and we must drive up the quality of ODA spend across government. I'm sorry, I can't. Thirdly, Dfid's skill is money. With the best will in the world, the Foreign Office is not, although populated by the most brilliant diplomats, they're not very good with money, and it is not fair to expect Foreign Office officials to take responsibility for running multi-million-pound projects. Final example I want to give is that the PM, to his credit, has made getting girls into school a priority. I strongly agree. If you want to change our world, educate girls, and that's why I set up the Girls' Education Challenge Fund, which was designed to get 1 million girls into school. But you have to look at the structures of how you deliver that, and that is a Dfid skill.